Hello, my name's Steve and this is Everyman Fragrances. Thank you for clicking on the video, much appreciated. Now, I have said from day one since doing this that I love creating and watching fragrance videos that have passion in them. I don't like creating or watching videos where the fragrances are alright, they're nice, they're pleasant, but you can't get any kind of passion or feeling or emotion behind it because you don't hate them and you don't love them. I'd rather review a fragrance that I hate so I can actually feel some feeling behind it. I don't like it, and this is sometimes where I do first impressions video where it's like, it's a bit anticlimactic because it's like, yeah, it's alright, it's nice. Now, I love talking and watching fragrance videos where people feel passionate and they love the fragrance, they get excited about them. So this is one of those videos because genuinely the fragrance I'm talking about today I absolutely fucking love. It has become my new #1 fragrance of all time. I'm not lying, I'm not bullshitting you, this is not clickbait and this etc. I prefer this fragrance to Parfum de Marly Layton. I prefer this to Parfums The Chronic. This is my new #1. They're number 2 and 3 now, so my top 3 fragrances are niche, so I don't know if I can still call myself a basic bitch, but the point is, I fucking love this fragrance. So let's cut to the chase. The fragrance I'm talking about, I'm going to cut to some B-roll because you're just going to get glare from this bottle. It is Another 13 by Le Labo. Now, I love this fragrance. I've owned this fragrance I bought this just before Christmas, and as you can see, I've absolutely hammered through this bottle. Genuinely, of all, I've worn this pretty much every day since I got it. I think I've probably not worn it less than 10 times since I've bought it. It does slightly worry me that I might go overboard with it and just burn it out quickly and just not love it. But I don't think that's going to happen because there's just something special about this fragrance that I can't quite explain. It's not really obvious in your face. It's kind of got this weird, subtle kind of Jedi mind trick shit going on where I don't know what it is about this, but I just really like it and I love it. But it's not so in your face that you could get sick of it. That's what it feels like to me anyway, because it's just not like really obtuse and it's just, there's some subtlety to this, which also is one of the things I love about it. It's just a beautiful, gorgeous, lovely smelling fragrance that I just love to smell. I've just absolutely fallen for this fragrance. Okay, story time. Let me tell you about how I discovered this fragrance because it's kind of cool. It was my work's Christmas party, sort of around mid-December, like 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, something like that. Anyway, sort of just before mid-December. It was a posh affair. It was the dress code was dressed to impress. It was in a big manor hall kind of posh hotel type situation. I was wearing a 3-piece suit. I decided to wear Hafez 1984 because I love that fragrance. It's wintry, it's Christmassy, but it's strong, it's noticeable. I was feeling good and confident, and I was likely to be the best smelling person at the party, and of course rather unique, which is good. So I was pleased with that choice, stood by it, still pleased with that choice. Anyway, we all gathered in the bar area before we was going through to the meal, and as chatting blah blah blah, we then had to make our way through big, obviously, group of people walking down these sort of hallways to go to the big dinner hall where we had our meal. And I was getting a waft of this absolutely gorgeous fragrance. I thought it was coming off of one of the guys that work at my company, quite a young guy in his 20s, sort of blonde hair, quite a good looking dude. And I was thinking, damn, that motherfucker smells better than me. I was annoyed, I was bitter, I wanted to take him down. This was not acceptable. I was really, really annoyed. But anyway, walking, we had to go around these few sort of corridors to get to this big banquet hall, and it was all I could smell. I was just like, damn, that smells good. It's really annoying me that it smells so good and people are smelling his fragrance and not mine. How can it outperform Hafez 1984? I was conflicted. Anyway, we got into the dinner hall, we sat down, we was on allocated seats. Didn't really smell the fragrance until later on when I was at the bar. I then smelt it while I was talking to this guy who I thought it was. I realised it wasn't him. It was his partner, his lady friend. And she was smelling amazing. And I just had to ask her, I was like, oh my God, what fragrance are you wearing? It threw me a little bit because she said I'm wearing Labo. And I didn't kind of click that she meant sort of Labo. That's how I pronounce it. I don't know if that is how it's pronounced. I don't know. But it took me a little while, and then I realised, and then she told me it was this, Another 13, and it is gorgeous. I pretty much spoke to her and the guy, her partner, for ages about fragrances. Turns out she's quite into them. She quite likes the House of Labo. I said my favourite being a Bergamot 13. I prefer it to Santal 33, etc. Anyway, yeah, later on in the evening, I was kind of bumped into her again, and I commented how nice she smelled. I mean, I was probably, in reality, getting a little bit creepy at this stage. But fortunately, she was a bit of a frag head, so I think she sort of thought it was okay. And then another group of us started talking about fragrances, and a lady had her perfume with her and stuff like this. And then she got it out, and she sprayed, she let us spray, me and this other lady got to spray of Another 13. And it was sprayed on my waistcoat. Well, it's just sprayed it on my neck. Anyway, got home, and my bag, I could smell the fragrance coming from my bag. My waistcoat then smelt of Another 13. And then for a few days, I'd left my bag there kind of half unpacked because I'm lazy. And I just kept smelling this fragrance. I kept going back to my waistcoat and smelling it. I was like, this is so good. And I just had to buy it. It's not cheap. It's so expensive. The retail of this sort of bottle, 100ml bottle, runs, I don't know, whatever it is, like 300 odd quid. Let's just check what it is. And I was like, damn, this, I don't know, can I justify it? And I was like, you know what, I can, because this smells so effing good. So let's see how much they're running. 100ml. It is going to cost you £230 for 100ml, which is ridiculous. But you know what? I had to get a bottle. I just decided that was it. I decided I need to sell a few of my fragrances. I just felt like I finally found the one. Don't you? And since then, so I managed to get a hookup through one of the Facebook groups. Someone kind of knows someone that works at the Labo, so I got a discounted price, but I bought a full 100ml bottle. I've rinsed through it. Don't regret it at all. I've since sold quite a few of my fragrances, and I've just tried to really trim my collection back down, because I feel like this, along with Byron, the Chronic, Parfum de Marly Layton, and a few of my other kind of fresher, more blue fragrance, I feel like this is it. This is all I need. I really just feel like that's it. I'm done. So listen, you're probably wondering now, I'm talking a load of shit and I've not told you like how it smells, and I can't really describe it. It's basically, if you look at the note breakdown, it's just full of kind of synthetic aroma chemicals that just smell gorgeous. There's just kind of a bit, I hate using the word, but kind of like musky, kind of woody, kind of, there's some fruit at the top or something, but I just don't care. I don't care about the notes. There's just something about this that smells so good. It's kind of, it's sort of just very clean. It's got that sort of Molecule 01 kind of thing going on, where it doesn't really smell of anything, but it does smell of something, and it's got this kind of special thing about it, and it just smells amazing. I just love it. I really do. So listen, I'm not, just go and smell it, get in a store. You might not love it, you might, but pretty much everyone I know at least likes it. So just go out, smell Another 13 from Le Labo. You won't regret smelling it, and you might want to buy it, because I did, and I love it, and it's my new #1 fragrance. So that's it. That's my new #1 fragrance of all time, and it will be forever. I'm confident of that. That's it. I'm done. I don't need any more fragrances in my life. I'm out. Thank you for watching. Take care. Much love.